Where's the zookeepers? Where's the zookeepers? No, 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 no.
Yeah. What up, YouTube? What up, Facebook? What up, Rumble? How y'all doing today? This is Mr. Royce J. Royce Media coming at you guys with another video, with another live stream. What's happening, monkeys? Yeah. Happy Monday. We back at it. Back at the work day. What's going on? How y'all doing, man? We got a bit to talk about today. Some things have happened as of last week and over the weekend that I want to talk about that I feel is newsworthy, but I'm not going to be on here too long. I got other stuff I got to get done. So I just wanted to run my mouth a little bit. Y'all good with that? All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let people start filling into the chat rooms on the respective platforms and hit the like buttons on each one of those platforms. Facebook has a like button, YouTube has a like button, Rumble has a like button. Do me a favor, hit those buttons as you come in. If you don't like it and you don't like me, hit the dislike button. I don't care which button you hit. Just hit one. I'd appreciate it. Yeah. So, what's going on, everyone? How's everybody's Monday going so far? You got to go look at that old crusty ass boss. You listening to what they got to tell you. Hey, when you get done with this, I need you to go do such and such. And you go, oh my God, I wish I was rich. That's almost everybody. That's almost everybody. If you feel like that, I completely understand. I completely understand. Yeah. So we are on episode 9 of the Road Rage Show. How many of y'all have ever dealt with road rage before? How many of y'all have ever been cut off in traffic and you pulled up, you sped up to pull up to get by the person that cuts you off and you flipped them off? Most of you all have done it at least once. I get it. I understand. I understand. I'll be like, man, I keep staring at clowns. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, man. Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about a few things today. YouTube has been the YouTube has been going on. The YouTube has been going on. We know Puffy has been in the news. Tia Mowry is back in the YouTube news. Lizzo is back in the YouTube news. Uh, who else? Of course, Diddy has been in the news. I think I mentioned Diddy, but also Walter Weeks, which we talked about last week. Walter Weeks, also known as Fresh from the Fresh and Fit Show, which is a popular show on several social media platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, Rumble, I believe, and possibly even Twitter. And on that show, they interview a big part of the interviews is with social media models from places like Instagram, OnlyFans, so forth and so on. Well, apparently, Walter Weeks has allegedly been confronted by one of these Insta thoughts that he has had some carnal contact with, and she is claiming, she's alleging that she is pregnant by Mr. Walter Weeks, also known as Fresh. And you know what? People been tearing him up. They've been tearing him up. And why is that? They've been tearing him up because on the platform, the Fresh and Fit platform, it is about primarily counseling guys what to look out for with today's modern woman, the 304s, and how to protect oneself from the shenanigans of these type of women. So with the Instagram model coming out and saying that she has been knocked up by Walter Weeks, it's not a good look. It's really not a good look, you know, for Walter Week, and it's not a good look in light of what their platform covers. So I talked a little bit about it last week and how um, I think I went over to Bernard Riley's video. Shout out to Bernard Riley because he was really the first one to call out the fertility math and how that math wasn't mathing in this situation. So shout out to him and understanding what I understand about the female reproductive system. I tend to agree more with Bernard Riley. It doesn't add up. That is a situation where I don't think the things that were brought up, they didn't make sense. And not only that, the proof wasn't definitive that Mr. Weeks had indeed knocked this girl up. Now, he's done some things like shooting up the club that you don't do. You don't do. When you are out dealing with people uh, having recreational sex, one of the mainstays, one of the big rules that you have to follow is you always protect yourself. And in this situation, this is a situation where Mr. Weeks didn't take the necessary precautions to protect himself. That all being said, um, this Instagram thought is, she's a dummy. Let's just go ahead and say it. She is a dummy. And she's either a dummy or she is a wily coyote. It's one or the other, you know. Let me let me be clear that it could be a little bit of both. It could be that she is being uh a wily coyote and she could be dumb at the same time. If this was a situation where she was truly in love with the guy that uh, hadn't committed to her and that pretty much told her, he told her it's not a situation pretty much. According to the conversations that um, we heard, phone conversation, and according to what she has said, he told her that he was non-monogamous, that he was spinning plates, and that that's what it was. And in order for her to deal with him, that's what she was going to have to make a choice about. And so, understanding that, one would think that it would be a good idea to protect oneself from both pregnancy and STIs/STDs. But obviously, she didn't for whatever reason. Uh, I tend to lean towards she intentionally didn't insist on protection. She intentionally allowed what happened to happen because she had an ulterior motive, and that ulterior motive was to womb hustle Myron, not Myron, Walter, also known as Fresh. We have seen this time and time again there are countless examples of this happening with celebrities, athletes, rich people, so forth and so on. It's the womb hustle. Shout out to Corey Holcomb for coming up with that term, the womb hustle. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? I think the womb hustle is real. You know, some people want to act as if the womb hustle is just something men have made up, but I disagree. Um, I know a few people close to me who have implemented the womb hustle. You know, uh, I've seen it um, hundreds of times. So in my mind, even though that is anecdotal evidence, it's real. It's real. I don't doubt it one bit. You know, despite what the objectives have to say, I know it's real. I know the womb hustle is absolutely real. You know, so but getting back to the the pregnancy math, it really doesn't add up. You know, as a father of a few children, as an uncle, uh, so forth and so on, I don't think the math adds up. And I know for a fact that birth control, um, not birth control, but positive pregnancy tests can be purchased on Facebook, can be purchased on Instagram, can be purchased on quite a few platforms. I believe Amazon. You have pregnant women who are out here selling positive pregnancy tests to women who want to, for whatever reason, trick men into thinking that they are pregnant. In fact, there was a whole there was a YouTube video done on that. Let's see. Let me see if I can find that video. Man, I just pulled up something on YouTube where fake an ad for fake pregnancy tests always turn positive. Wow. You can buy the article. Hey, listen, man. I y'all got to see this, man. Let me see if I could. No, I don't want to. Let me see if I can copy this and share it with you all. This is wild, man. This is wild. You can buy ultrasounds. You can buy uh one for 8 weeks and one for 12 weeks. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I wish I could do a screen share or something. Let me see if I could. You know what? Let me copy the link. It's from a website called Baby Maybe. This is insane, man. And they're cheap. Oh, they're cheap. Hey, let me find this out. And I'm looking at right now a YouTube video from 9 years ago where it says a disturbing trend has women buying pos- positive pregnancy tests online. Let me see if I can pull this link up for you guys. Man, it's crazy. Let me see if I can show this to you guys. We can take a look at this together. All right, here we go, man. Here we go. This is from a website called Baby Maybe. Fake pregnancy test always turn positive. It's got a 4-star, no, 5-star customer review from 4 customers. Ooh. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Although the tests look real, they are not. That's crazy, man. Y'all, are y'all looking at this? Are y'all looking at this, man? Hey, this is wild, man. Let me close that. Pull up this video from 9 years ago. Now, mind you, this was long before the conversation really got ramped up on social media platforms about pregnancy faking. It's not that fake pregnancies weren't around before then, or people had been talking about that before. In these YouTube spaces, as we see, we have this video, but it's like people didn't really, they really didn't take into consideration that this started getting the attention of news outlets. So, way back then. So let's do this. Let's take a look at the video from this website. We can talk about it. All right, I'm back. Let's take a look at this video. It's going to be fair use, of course. Let's take a look at it, see what we got.
Tonight, you can buy a whole lot of things online, even positive pregnancy tests.
Yes,
now.
there are plenty out there, and people are actually snatching them up. CBS 2's Alice Gaynor uncovers this disturbing new trend of fake pregnancy for sale.
She wanted to trick him into thinking she was pregnant.
This mother-to-be doesn't want you to know who she is, but she wants you to buy her positive pregnancy tests. It's the latest trend on the internet, women buying someone else's pregnancy test to trap a man. And that's not all.
95% of the girls just want to lie to get a man.
And the sellers know that. Take a look at this ad posted on.
You all think when different content creators, male content creators, mention stuff like this, you all think that guys just be pulling stuff out of their behinds? No, this is very real. You see what it is right here. Let's continue. Fair use, fair use.
On Craigslist by a New York woman who says, quote, want to get your boyfriend to pop the question? Another promises no judgment at all, saying, quote, it isn't my business what you choose it for.
You can tell the girls who are up to no good.
And morality aside, relationship expert Jane Greer says having to use a phony test to get your partner to commit is clearly a bad sign for the future.
If you're buying one of these, it really is a statement that you're not on solid ground in your relationship with.
You know, they'll talk about it from a relationship point of view, which I agree. The problem is that nobody wants to talk about how there should be legislation against this type of paternity fraud. This is something that when you go to the polls, when you talk to these different politicians and stuff, this is stuff that needs to be mentioned. This is stuff that needs to be pushed so that this can become an official crime, because right now it's not. There's nothing criminal about what these women do. Let's continue. Fair use, fair use.
This person.
One girl said she just wanted to play a trick on her mom.
Others may have more sinister plans. Authorities warn, be careful how you use it.
Demand money or otherwise, I think that would be a level of blackmail.
Whatever the reason for buying it, many people find the whole idea inconceivable.
That's playing with people's emotions. You don't mess with stuff like that.
That I wouldn't want to be a part of. I wouldn't be on the receiving side of that.
That's like any other con. Cons are no good.
But moms-to-be who sell the tests for as much as $30 each say it's just the latest hot commodity online.
It's a neat marketable.
Y'all see this? They called it a hot commodity. They called it a hot commodity. Gentlemen, be alert, be alive. Don't be Walter Weeks. Let's continue. Fair use, fair use.
Skill. It's kind of unique. You know, you only get to do it so many times in your life.
And if that's not enough for you, some expectant moms are actually going so far as to sell their urine online as well. I just have to shake my head because I don't know what to say about this.
That was enough for me, actually, to be honest with you.
Man, I'm sitting here running my mouth and had the mic off again. I want to ask the question. Guys, we obviously know that this is something, it's bad. It's bad. And so, but if there are any women watching the show, I would like to know, what are your thoughts about this? Not only can this affect your dating pool, this can affect your relatives, uh, your sons, your male friends, your male platonic friends, also your favorite celebrities. What do you all think about this? You know, and this is outside. Well, they should have put on a condom. Yes, we know. We know. Okay. But guess what? You know, most women who engage in unprotected sex are not insisting that the partner, the male participant, should wear prophylactic. So let's not kid ourselves. Outside of that, what do you all think about something as dastardly as this? I want to hear you guys' opinions. See, YouTube wants to show a bunch of videos about false positives, but not fake positives, which that's different. That's very different. A false positive is a medical phenomenon, but a fake positive is an act of deception. Wow. Well, I tell you, Minister Jap been going off on this subject, man. I would go into one of his videos, but that would be pretty long. If you guys are not subscribed to Minister Jap, go over check out his material, and if you like it, subscribe. Tell him Mr. Royce sent you. I actually know Minister Jap outside of YouTube. There's quite a few articles. There's quite a few ads for selling fake pregnancy tests. Here's another news article from like 7 years ago talking about it. Let me copy the link and put it on the channel. You can open it up and take a look at it. Well, I guess Mr. Destiny actually, I guess he was doing some type of interview or some type of interaction with the woman in question, and he actually held her accountable, which I was kind of surprised, with Destiny being, with him making male feminist statements in the past, numerous male feminist statements in the past. I was shocked that he actually held her accountable. I'll see if I can find that video. But here's another news article about fake pregnancy tests, so forth, so on. Fair use, fair use.
It's advertised as a great gag gift, but plenty of people are using this to pull the wool over their boyfriend's eyes. Fakeababy.com is a website. You're pregnant, but as Lisa Guerrero reports, not everyone is laughing.
According to these documents, you're pregnant.
Oh my gosh. I sure look pregnant. I've got this baby bump. I've even got these sonograms.
But looks sure can be deceiving. I'm not really pregnant at all. This belly, fake. These sonograms, fake. These documents, fake, fake, fake. And they all come from one place, a website called fakeababy.com.
I faked my baby. I faked a pregnancy.
This young woman named Danielle says her boyfriend was breaking up with her, so she used Fake-A-Baby to save the relationship by convincing her boyfriend that she was pregnant.
Holy cow.
Yeah, well, she looks like a usual suspect. I'm not surprised at all. Fair use, fair use. Let's continue.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Fake a Baby even sells ultrasound videos, positive pregnancy tests, and doctored hospital records.
There was a document.
Ferrero reports not everyone is laughing.
According to these documents,
I don't know if you all have seen any videos about this subject, but these are all the pieces of evidence that was presented as evidence of pregnancy to Walter Weeks. So it's plausible that this woman could have made purchases from a website or a vendor of fake pregnancy kits, so forth and so on, in order to make these allegations. Or she could be pregnant, which I highly doubt. Let's continue. Fair use, fair use.
This young woman named Danielle says her boyfriend was breaking up with her, so she used Fake a Baby to save the relationship by convincing her boyfriend that she was pregnant.
Holy cow, really?
Yes.
Fake a Baby even sells ultrasound videos, positive pregnancy tests, and doctored hospital records.
There was a document.
A document from a local hospital stating she was pregnant.
Fake a Baby's sonograms and paperwork all say for entertainment purposes only. But Danielle showed us how easy it was to cut off the label before she showed them to her boyfriend, Mark.
You knew in your heart this.
Hey, that is dastardly. That is dastardly. And those ultrasound photos are constructed in a way to where she could easily cut off the bottom where it says for entertainment purposes. These people know, they good and well know what these kits would possibly be used for. So these people are complicit in fraud. Let's continue. Let's continue.
This was wrong.
I didn't want to lose him.
This guy says he fell for it too.
I was very convinced that she was pregnant.
Eric Neville of State College, Pennsylvania, says his girlfriend used a sonogram and documents like this to con him into proposing. He says he spent thousands of dollars leasing a new house big enough for the three of them.
She played me like a fiddle.
But her lie finally came crashing down when Eric says he discovered an email from fakeababy.com on his girlfriend's computer. Dr. Rebecca Brightman, an OBGYN in Manhattan, says to the untrained eye, those ultrasounds and documents look very convincing.
I don't think it's funny. It's really scary. The more I delved into this myself, the more I realized how this is really a setup for abuse.
And check this.
Uh-oh, she mentioned abuse. God forbid that there's a form of abuse that only women can participate in. It's funny that she mentioned that, because usually when that term abuse is used, it's usually especially when you're talking domestically, it's usually unidirectional, and it's usually something that men are doing to women that they don't like, or that women find women view as being harmful, like financial abuse. So yeah, this is this is wild, man. This is wild. So I don't know. What do you all think? What do you all think? I'd like to get some opinions on it. See what y'all is saying on Facebook or anything like that. Just saying on Rumble. So, well, this is something that we're going to delve into more later. And what we're going to do with these videos is we're going to build the case of coming up with more anti-paternity fraud legislation, because there needs to be a bigger voice. There isn't a big enough voice on the political front to combat this. And so I think it's time that these types of crimes become too big for politicians to ignore and sweep under the rug, because they'll make legislation out of something that happens to 1 or 2% of women in the country, and they'll turn it into legislation because there'll be a lot of activism behind it, making that crime seem much bigger than what it is. I think because pregnancy scams and paternity fraud are happen more often than not, I think this needs to be a bigger issue. If you agree, do me a favor and put something in the comments. If you don't agree, put something in the comments so we can talk about it. I think this needs to be a bigger a bigger issue to be dealt with in Congress and in local legislation and state legislation. Tell me what you all think. All right. On that note, I'm going to end this video for now. I'm going to come back with a part 2, and we're going to talk about this later. I got stuff I got to take care of, so I can't be on too long right now. But we are definitely going to talk about this later on today. I'll probably do this hanging out on my lanai, and we'll go from there. We'll talk about this fresh situation more, and then I would also later on we're going to talk about state mandated euthanization. I found an article about a woman in Denmark who was being euthanized by the state because the state, in the view of the government, they can no longer help her for her mental condition. So we're going to take a look into that. On that note, I'm going to close this one out. This is Mr. Royce of Royce Media. Thank you all for coming. Do me a favor, hit that like button on your way out. Like, share, and subscribe. If you have something you want me to talk about, send me an email. My email is in the bio, or hit me in Messenger. If we are friends on Facebook, send me something in Messenger. And if it's something I can talk about, I will talk about it. Until then, I will talk to you guys later. Be safe and happy Monday. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out.